The first is the 100% model. Now this is the toughest one because it's very hard for an organization, especially if you're established and have been working in the areas you've been working for a long time, to go back to your board and say, okay, don't pay anyone their salaries anymore. Don't worry about an office space, we'll work out of a coffee shop. Let's put 100% of the funds to water projects. May not happen. Or if you're starting your own nonprofit, it may be really challenging to say that you're going to earmark 100% of all donations to the programs that you do and not take a salary for a couple of years. But what we've been able to do as an organization is that we send 100% of all our donations, 100. So even if you donate online, we have a separate fund that pays back the PayPal fees. So 100% of your funds go straight to the field. So that supports the hardware, the pipes, the mechanics, everything that goes into the water project. And what we've done is have a fundraising model that separately fundraises for operation costs. So we have a board of directors, we have corporate sponsors, we have some smaller foundations, and the majority of private donors. So we have a program called The Well, and we ask our supporters to come in at $24,000 a year for 3 years and say, give us $2,000 a month to help us run the organization, and we'll show you the impact that we can make in the field if you support us as an organization. So it's a split model, 2 separate bank accounts, but for us it really allows us to be able to focus on where the money needs to go. The second is proof, and this is what I'm personally the most excited about, and I can challenge every organization in here to do, is we can all be more transparent. We can all show the work that we're doing on the ground. And for us, it was something as simple as going to Best Buy and buying a machine to plot our GPS coordinates. So as an organization, we prove every single water project funded in the field with photos and GPS coordinates, every single one. And one of our platforms is called Dollars to Projects. So we have a crowdfunding online platform called My Charity Water. People come, they create a campaign, they ask people to make donations. So Maggie here gave up her Sweet 16. We have this thing called Give Up Your Birthdays. Everyone has a birthday, they have enough gifts, ask for donations instead. So Maggie had a goal of raising $5,000 for her Sweet 16. Gave up the party, gave up the gifts, the limousine, all that. And she was actually able to raise $5,709. Pretty amazing for a 16-year-old. But what's even more amazing is that 18 months later, after her project was complete, we were able to say exactly what a village she sponsored that project in, along with the exact amount of people served, the exact amount of the cost of the project, our local implementing partner, and notes. She was able to see a picture of her name on the water project and also see it plotted on GPS coordinates. And this is the part that's really great. Everyone who donated to her campaign, whether they give $1 or $1,000, were able to see exactly where their money went. And this is why I think transparency is so key to all the work that we do, because it may be a little simpler than we think. It's just really investing in the right partners to be able to bring you back that information. We funded a drilling rig a couple years ago to build the capacity of one of our partners. And our drilling rig, Yellow Thunder, actually you can go on it anytime and see where Yellow Thunder's at, and he even has his own Twitter account and tweets out his location. So we're really focused on making sure you know what we're up to at any point in time. And the last one I think is one that often gets overlooked as an organization, which is brand. So we're a little strange comparative to where we have our own creative team and tech team in-house. And it's one of those decisions that we had to make at one point. I think our creative team and tech team was bigger than our development team. So we had like 3 fundraisers and like 6 software developers. And it was because we wanted to focus on the brand and the storytelling and the technology. So for us, how do you make water interesting? How do you really let this US base know that has had easy access to water their whole life by turning on the tap that there's a water crisis and the impact is huge? And a lot of this is asking for donated media. We pitched the MTA, begged them for advertising, and they slapped on a couple stickers on the back of buses. That was huge for us when we first started out. This happened back in 2007. But for us, it's also putting our US donors in the place of the people that we serve. So we thought, what would it be like to juxtapose, that wonderful Park Avenue woman with the field in Ethiopia. You know, the children in the Upper West Side, what would it look like if they actually couldn't go to class anymore because they were trying to get clean water? What does it look like for our NC Wall Street friends to have to go to Central Park to be able to get clean water? So this is why brand is so important, because it allows our US supporters to feel really connected to the work that we're doing in a fun way that doesn't necessarily have to bring down the people that we serve. It's done with respect, but it also is done with creativity in a way that can get people excited.